Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time I'll tell you about top 5 games you should play that were released in 2020. Now, I'll not include Cyberpunk, so keep that in mind. Starting off with number 5. Mafia Definitive Edition. This game was released in September 2020. It's a remake of the classic video game Mafia released back in 2002. It's developed by Hangar 13. Let's start with the story. Mafia Definitive Edition tells us the story of Tommy Angelo and his rise and fall within the Salieri crime family. It's basically a linear open world type game. When you get to the main menu, you'll see two options, one for story and the other one for free open world. Now, there's not anything additional after finishing the main story, you don't have any side quests. Just like in Mafia 3, you can collect some items and cars, but that's it. Now comes the graphics, it's a remake, so Hangar 13 built it up from the ground, that includes motion capture of their original characters. Their biggest difference in this game compared to Mafia 3 is the lighting, it's too good. Its world is so amazingly well crafted, reimagining the classic version. Now comes the gameplay. Every car in this game feels different. And there's a new addition to this remake, the bikes. I love driving them through the streets. There's a new cover system also. Weapon handling is changed compared to Mafia 3. Overall the game is great, but there's nothing much to do in it after completing the main story. I will give this game a 8 out of 10. At number 4 we have Ghost Runner. First of all, I'll tell you that this game is my favorite game released in 2020. Ghost Runner is a hardcore cyberpunk first-person action game developed by One More Level. It was released in May 2020. This game is a mixture of Doom, Titanfall, Shadow Warrior, Mirror's Edge set in a cyberpunk world. If you love FPS games and are ready for challenge, then this game is made for you. The player and all the enemies are all one-hit kill, except for the bosses, of course. As the player continues through the story, they will unlock some extra abilities and upgrades. I have completed about 50% of this game's story, and till now I have encountered 8 types of enemies, which doesn't include the bosses. You have to slice and dice through every level, defeating every enemy. This game is speedrunner's heaven. The game also supports RTX technology. The developers even added an additional game mode called Hardcore. In this game mode, you have to complete all the levels, but there will be random enemy in every level. You get to keep your abilities and upgrades acquired from a normal story mode. This is the only game which didn't disappoint me in 2020. I'll surely give this game a 10 out of 10, and now I am waiting for more modes to come to this game. Coming at number 3. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. After 5 years, Moon Studios are back with their fantastic platform adventure game. Ori and the Blind Forest was an absolute amazing game, but its sequel is off the charts with its graphics, smooth gameplay, soundtrack, animations. The overall presentation of this game is jaw-dropping. The attention to its beautifully crafted world, including the diversity with forests, deserts, mountains, is amazing. I would recommend this game to all of you, including the first game. This is a true masterpiece. For me, Ori and the Will of the Wisps is a sure 10 out of 10. At number 2 we have Doom Eternal. Now, everybody knows about Doom, who is Doom Guy, what he does and all that. Doom Eternal is a first-person action shooter game developed ID Software. It's a direct sequel to Doom 2016. It was released in March 2020. Along with its single-player story mode, we have an additional multiplayer game mode, which is 3v1, where one person is the Doom Guy and other 2 are the enemies. The developers have also released a campaign DLC called The Ancient Gods Part 1, which takes place after the main story. The game uses ID Tech 7. Its graphics are great, soundtrack is amazing, level design is great, combat mechanics are great, including some new abilities. The developers tried to increase its focus on the story, which is told in third-person camera, where you can see the Doom Guy. ID Tech 7, which is used to build this game, can offer 1000 frames per second, also with its fluidity and what's going on the screen at that time. There are twice as many demons as in Doom 2016. I'll give this game a 9 out of 10. Now before moving on to number 1, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and be sure to subscribe for more benchmark videos. And if you want this type of video more, where I can talk about a particular game or make a game list depending on a certain criteria, you can tell me in the comment section down. Now finally the number 1, it's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This might a little bit of controversial choosing game, but hear me out. Now all the Assassin's Creed fans knows that before the ancient trilogy, that includes Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, those were the real Assassin's Creed games. These new ones are RPG games with mixture of Assassin's Creed elements. So I'll start with Assassin's Creed Origins building up to Valhalla. Now, while playing Origins, at the start I feel like that is a different game compared to previous, but when I finished Origins, it became one of my top 5 Assassin's Creed games of all time. Now my hopes were high for Odyssey, then the game came out, and Odyssey became my least favorite Assassin's Creed. As an Assassin's Creed fan, Odyssey was a big letdown for me. Only thing that I liked in Odyssey was the main character Cassandra, not Alexios in the map. That's it. I would have given Odyssey a 1 out of 10 as an Assassin's Creed fan. Now, my hopes were down for Valhalla, then the game came out, I took a risk of buying and I thought, if this game flops for me, I'll not buy another Assassin's Creed game ever, but this was not true. The game is very beautiful, the characters are also great. The story is great, gameplay is kind of same, but with some additional features which defines a Viking. The game has 5 maps, as of now including Norway, England, but I'll not tell you about the other 3 maps. One map has a direct connection Assassin's Creed 3. The developers have also said that there will a DLC for this game which includes Paris. Now total maps are 6, which is huge. Soundtrack is awesome, you'll love it. There are no side quests in this game, but it have world events which is similar to Red Dead Redemption 2's events. There are hidden bureaus all over the maps which you have to find out. There are some nice changes when compared to Odyssey. The biggest change is that this game is not a grind fest like Odyssey. You can pretty much just complete the main quests without having to grind side quests. Overall the game is solid, and I'll give this game a 9 out of 10, so those were my top 5 games of 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.
You